thinking you're going to win. It's the best mindset to have because even if you are shit at something, there's nothing wrong with thinking that you're the best.
That you have to win.
I love affirmations and I love repeating sayings to myself which get me going and motivated and I'm a winner. I'm going to win. It's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, I mean, on my bike when I was delivering parcels myself, I had to think, we're going to build $1 billion company here, right?
Yeah.
And had to keep saying that. And when I get on the table tennis, even though it's probably my worst sport because I'm not very technical, I still go, yes, I'm going to win. And that's the motivation I try to take into life and to everything.
You mentioned around coaches a second ago. So you had coaches for the body. Have you worked with coaches for high performance, for the mind, and that sort of thing?
Well, my coach, Daniel Donoshi, he is that for the getting that high performance of the mind, and figuring out what makes you tick. And is it the sleep? Is it the food? Is it the diet? Really trying to go deeper into those deeper layers. And I think that's been super amazing for me. To get that clarity of thought is really important, and also to do it away from the typical startup business coach.
Yes.
And that's why I've tried a few, and for me the sports thing really works with me. I'm not saying that might work for everyone, but and it's all about mindset, getting into the right mindset, and are you treating yourself right, are the foundations right, everything. And that's really, really important and I highly recommend it to anyone. And I wish I did it earlier, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I worked with some great coaches and also some pretty terrible ones, right? There's a lot of
you just got to find what works for you. You just got to find what works for you. I think there's lots of different coaches out there for lots of different types of people. You've got to find what makes you tick.
Yeah. Okay. Let's end on the note for that young female brown wannabe founder that's listening or watching to this right now, right? And they might be 5, 10, 15 steps behind of where you are today, but there was a time when you were in Manchester in that same position.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay? You probably didn't have anybody that you could have looked at. There are successful Anne Bowden or Whitney from Bumble, and I think she's just announced she's stepping down. But there's some great stories, but they are the minority. They're not the majority. And those are white people obviously as well. So you didn't have an inspiration from that perspective, but now hopefully you can be that inspiration for somebody.
Yeah.
So I guess what specifically for your demographic, what would you say?
I think just like I said at the start, is just why not? Why can't you do it? Right? It's just you have to get over that mental block initially, and it goes back to I always tell myself, I can do this, I can win. Yeah. And I think just having that mentality and saying to yourself, I can also do this. I think just starting first by believing you can do it is so powerful, and I think just before you even start, if you've already told yourself you can't do it, there's no chance. Yeah. So the first thing is mindset, having that powerful mindset to think, actually I can do it. Definitely, that's also me. This career path is also for people like me, and just having that mindset, and mindset is everything. I think framing mindset is super important, and I think that's the key thing that's taking Hive this so far and brought my confidence higher, is just having the right mindset along the way.
And mindset is so fragile. If you've got to stand guard at the doors of your mind and only let the right information enter, because if you let the wrong idea going into your mind, I've experienced this firsthand many times, and you don't think about it, and then it starts festering and you start repeating it over and over to yourself. Your thoughts become your actions, and your actions become your habits, and your habits become your future, basically. So it all starts with the information that's coming into your mind and which information you're deciding to go, I want that, no, I don't want that. So mindset is everything.
Yeah. 100%. I think you have to be very selective of what you consume as well, because that can shape your mindset in a negative way. I've become very, very conscious of who I spend my time with, what content I'm listening to, everything, because it has a subconscious effect on you which you don't even realize. And you've got to just be very conscious about, like I said, who your friends are, where you're spending your time, what content you're consuming, everything, and making sure you're also having that downtime as well, and and also diverse of thought. I think that's super important. Having friends of different cultures and environments, I think that's also something that I'm so happy that I've been fortunate to have my entire life. My friends have come from everywhere across the world, different religions, different backgrounds, and I think that's always so important to have that diverse of thought, and hopefully we can continue to have that at Hive as we scale.